Being a public speaking rapper with an English degree, that makes me a words guy. And I love the word conscious. By one definition, conscious means sharing another's knowledge or awareness of an inward state or outward fact. I remember the day that I became conscious that my life really did mean something. It all started fall 2010. It was my junior year of college. In that July, my aunt passed away. In that November, someone who I loved very, very, very dearly, who I dated for 3 years, passed away in a car crash. At that same time, I just crossed being an alpha. Also had an office assistant job in the Office of Equity, Diversity, and Inclusion. And I was also a student manager of Mendenhall. That spring, I also was on the way of becoming the president of ECU's largest student organization, which is the Black Student Union. During that same time, my grandfather passed away. And then I went home to visit, and I saw a father figure from my younger years in Food Line. He hugged me, told me he loved me, and he cried in that store. The next week, he died. So I had a lot going on. I mean, a whole lot going on. And so I remember when I started rapping, during this time I started rapping, and I told myself that morning, I said, all right, I'm going to come home after class and I'm going to write me a song. And so I did that, came home, and I put on the instrumental, and I was sitting there listening to it, and I was just vibing. And then it was like a bolt of lightning or a light being cut on in the dark room. I heard this voice just simply say, your life really does mean something. And at that moment, I became aware. I shared someone else's knowledge of who I am, an outward fact that my life really did mean something. I've been surrounded by death. I had a whole lot on my plate. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know who to talk to about it. But I became conscious that my life really did mean something. And that was very important because now I was stepping into a leadership role on top of all the other leadership roles I had. To run an organization, to create an opportunity and memories for members of that organization, people of the campus. And so for me, when I became conscious, I was aware, I shared someone else's knowledge that my life really did mean something, that automatically told me that everyone who I was involved with, everyone who I became in contact with, their life automatically meant something as well. And so I was going to put forth the effort to be able to show that I saw the value in their life. Today, honestly, I personally felt like a bum. I just felt out of whack. I felt out of sorts, and I just didn't understand. I was just like, I actually talked to my wife about it. I told her, I was like, baby, I just feel like a bum. Like, I just want to provide. I just want to take care. I just want to be able to not feel like this. And as I was driving my dream car, the Lord blessed me with, it hit me again. I was reminded of what was told to me back in college and what was the signifier that helped me to achieve so much that I was able to achieve is because my life meant something. And so I'm here to tell you all today that maybe by chance things didn't go as planned. Maybe you do feel like a bum. Maybe you feel like no one loves you. Maybe you feel like no one cares for you. Maybe you feel like you feel less than, or you feel as though you're being taken advantage of. And I'm here to tell you, to share my consciousness with you, that your life really does mean something, that it matters, that even when you feel less to someone else, you matter to God, you matter to me. And so I'm here to tell you all that your life really does mean something, because it changed my life. And so I want to share my consciousness with you.